Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. All right, so wearing my pumpkin shirt. It's got to be a pumpkin beer, right? A local one, relatively speaking, from Florida Avenue Brewing Company, the Lantern Imperial Pumpkin Ale. And kind of a little kid's cover there. Ale brewed with pumpkin, vanilla, cinnamon, and natural flavors, 8.5 ABV. They're out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. I love how the bottom of the can, it just says, scary. All right, so I pour it into the Spiegel tulip glass, and it's it's kind of a pumpkin orange. Well, I could call it really more of like a dark copper kind of penny kind of color. Pretty hazy. I'm surprised it gets that much foam. I was not expecting it to be that big. Usually these Imperial pumpkin beers are just like a coating. All right, well, definitely smells like standard Imperial pumpkin beer, like that one. Yeah, pumpkin pie filling, cinnamon, a sweet kind of smell. I always say there's pumpkin potpourri beers and there's pumpkin pie beers, and this one's definitely more on the pie side, at least as far as the nose goes, and usually they match up. So let's find out. Cheers. All right, that's much richer than I thought it was going to be. Going off the nose, it smelled like very sweet, like kind of like candy-like or something. But drinking it, it's like really rich maltiness. Kind of reminds me of like a doppelbock or maybe like a Belgian double or something like that. Yeah, this is much more malty than it is spicy. It does say brewed with pumpkin. Most pumpkin beers are not actually made with pumpkin. Like pumpkin is technically a fruit, so it has sugar, so it can be eaten by yeast and fermented, so pumpkin can be an adjunct. I don't think anyone like legit uses it as an adjunct anymore since we have corn and rice, but apparently that's what like the pilgrims and brewers from the Revolutionary War and stuff did. Yeah, so I get this sweet, like rich malty taste, kind of pumpkin pie filling. Like there's cinnamon, but it's like kind of faded. It's more like almost get like a scorched brown sugar kind of flavor. Actually kind of reminds me a lot of good gourd. Not quite as good as good gourd, but kind of like in that ballpark. That's probably what they're going for. I mean, this is a Florida brewery after all. I gotta say the name and the label, it's kind of lame. This doesn't evoke beer at all. It's just like this looks like be a coloring book for kids, I think there's cinnamon sticks on there. But actually, this beer is not that cinnamony. Like, when I think cinnamon, I think like the taste of cinnamon graham crackers or like something like a spicy kind of, fireball candy or something like that. Yeah, this one is not like potpourri. It's not like exactly pie filling. To me, this is, like I said, it's more like this reminds me like something German, like a doppelbock or some kind of like really strong bock, like that. Malty, kind of caramelly, but toffee kind of maltiness. It does say like natural flavors on here, so it does taste like a little bit of like a kind of slightly cloying, kind of sugary aftertaste. Yeah, really tasty. I really like this one. Not quite as good as the Lakefront Imperial, although that was brandy barrel aged. But yeah, like I said, this is very similar to Cigar City's Good Gourd. Not quite as good as that one though. But I do like it. It actually looks like a little bit more spicy, because to me it's kind of like a kind of rich washing over the palate. By the way, I forgot to mention the body mouthfeel. I probably put this about, I mean, it's 8.5, so you would expect like a pretty big body. I would say, yeah, this is probably like a medium full. I don't think I would go far straight up full. Carbonation about moderate. It's very smooth. I wouldn't say creamy, but yeah, it's very smooth. That 8.5 is getting a little bit of warmth in there. Get a little bit of like this cinnamon kind of spicy bite at the apex, but otherwise it's more on like the smooth, rich side. I feel like there's some other flavors in it. Like I'm like really struggling to put my finger on. Like, what was that flavor? But yeah, anyway, I really like this one. I'm gonna go pretty high. I'm gonna say 8.5 for the Lantern Imperial Pumpkin Ale. Like I said, good beer. lame name and label. This looks like a kid's coloring book. So if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for Teetotaler Thursday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.